Hi everyone, it's Stacey, and today I am going to do a rushed morning look. So if you don't have a lot of time to get ready for work or whatever, but you still want to look like you got ready, this is a good look for you. We're going to start off by priming our face, and I am using the Becca First Light Priming Filter. And this stuff I love because it's moisturizing and it's purple, so it brightens your face, your complexion a little bit. So I'm just going to really push that into my pores. All right, and now I'm going to use some Shape Tape to conceal my eyes, just to cover up any redness or discoloration on my lids. And then I'm going to set that with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I love this powder. I always try something new and then I go back to it. Then we've got the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean cheek palette, and this is at Ulta, and it's a limited edition, so they are selling out. So if you wanted to grab this, you probably should go grab it soon. And I'm just gonna pack that on my eye with a fluffy brush, just a blending brush, or you can use any brush really. Just pack that color on there. The color I'm using is Star Reader. And then I'm just gonna use my finger to make it a little bit more pigmented so it pops a bit more. My lighting isn't the greatest because I'm just starting out, so stay tuned. I'm ordering lights and everything. So then we're gonna pick up the shade Fortune, which is a brighter highlight, and I'm just gonna pop that in the center of my lid just to give a little extra shimmer shine and to help us look a little more awake. You could do this whole thing with your finger if you want. I just used a brush to blend it out a bit. Then I'm going to use my Bare Minerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation. I am the color Cashmere, which is number 6. And I'm using my Bare Minerals foundation brush, and I'm just gonna really push that product into the brush, and then using downward strokes, I'm gonna just apply that to my face and really push it into my skin, because I want it to look really skin-like, and just get it in those pores and make it look nice. If you use downward strokes, it's not gonna disrupt any of like your loose, like dead skin if you suffer from dry skin like I do. If you're pushing up with your brush, it's gonna like disrupt those and they're gonna be more visible, that loose skin or whatever. I don't have a ton right now. And then I'm just gonna use my beauty blender and just blend all that in for a nice little finish. I'm taking Shape Tape again, and I'm going to just highlight under my eyes. You don't need a ton, especially, well, you just really don't need a ton of this stuff. It goes a long ways, so I'm just gonna blend that out with my beauty blender. Actually, this is the Real Techniques blender, so it's not technically the beauty blender. Then I'm just gonna highlight my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead, just to balance out that under eye highlight. And I'm once again using the blender to blend that out. Really quick and simple. This helps you look awake, and it covers up any of your under eye circles. Then I'm gonna use the Kat Von D Shade and Light contouring palette, and I'm using the lightest bronzer shade to contour my cheeks, my forehead, and under my chin a bit. And I like to just use a fan brush for this. There are some contour brushes you can use for stuff like this, but I just like to use the fan brush because it is a more precise, like, it cuts my cheeks a bit better, I think, and then I can kind of blend it out too. And there's my daughter putting my tortoise away. I know most of you probably have puppies that you cuddle with, but I have this cute tortoise. Her name is Clutch, and I just love her. I've had her for 15 years, and she's my little baby. You know, when I look at her, I kind of get hungry for a hamburger. it looks like a hamburger. And then we are gonna go in with the cheek color, the blush color in the palette, which is called Caribbean, and I love it. It's so pigmented, you don't need much of it, and I'm just gonna brush that on the apples of my cheek, blending it up into that contour. I'm gonna use this brush that I got with the shade Light palette just to blend that out a bit more, because it is really pigmented. I didn't want it to look like a clown. And once you are happy with that, I'm just brushing on some translucent powder under my eyes a bit. And now I'm highlighting my cheekbones using that really light color, Fortune, in the cheek palette. This highlight is like so pretty, so pigmented and shiny. I love it. I'm just gonna put that above my brow bone just to kind of lift my brows a bit, and on the end of my nose, down the center of my nose, and on my cupid's bow. And now I'm taking the deck of Scarlet. Let's see, what is this called? Coco Cavari felt tipped liner, and I'm just gonna line my waterline for my lashes. This is not necessary if you don't want to line your eyes, you don't have to, but I'm putting false lashes on, and so I wanted just to make them look a little bit more natural. But if you're just wearing mascara, you really don't have to do this unless you want just a little extra on your lid. Just evening those out. Now I am taking the Bare Minerals Lash Domination mascara, and I love this mascara. I only have like a little sample right now, but I'm gonna actually buy the full bottle because I love it so much. It's volumizing and it's really black. And I poked my eye. And yes, I'm singing a lot. I sing a lot and I drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. Now I'm gonna do my brows off camera. Voila! And then I'm gonna apply some false lashes. These are just the Ardell Wispies in black. And I'm using Esquido glue. And this stuff is great. I love this glue so much. You can order it online, it's $15. I'll try to link it down below. You want to let your lash glue dry for about a minute on your lashes so that it gets tacky. If you try to put it on right after you put the glue on, your lashes are going to slide all around and they're not going to stick right away. So while I'm letting that dry, I am going to pick up that cheek palette again, and I'm going to take a angled fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pop some highlight under my brow just to lift that brow a bit more and make us look more awake. I'm using that really bright Fortune color again. I'm just gonna kind of blend that underneath. See how that just makes it gorgeous? It also creates a shadow in our crease so that it looks like we put a little more makeup on than we did. Alright, I struggled a little to put this lash on at first, but we got it. And how I can do a lash video if you guys want to see a lash video. I know there's a ton out there on YouTube, but if you'd like to see me do a lash video, just comment down below and I would be happy to. But for the most part, I just pop them on. I use some tweezers to put them in place and to really push them into my lash line so they stick. If you're a beginner, I would suggest not using tweezers because you can poke your eye, so you can get some plastic lash tweezers that come with like a pack of lashes, so I would suggest using those until you get used to doing them. Then once they're in place, I like to kind of push them up so that they, because they can kind of go down and so they just stick straight out. So I like them to go up and look a little more curled. Now I'm going to put on the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Maple Blondie. This is just a really kind of bright pink, cute little thing. And with a gloss, I like to start right in the center of my lip because that's where most of the product will go, is right where you start, and then you can work it out into the outer corners. If you start in the outer corner, you're gonna get a bunch of goopiness and then it's gonna be harder to blend it out, in my opinion. So I like to start in the center of the lip and move out towards the outer corner of the lip and then just really blend that in. These butter glosses feel so good on your lips. And that is it, you guys. We're just gonna set our makeup with All Nighter setting spray from Urban Decay and spray that all over your face. Yes, I forgot. I'm kind of a dork. And then we're gonna use Important Documents to dry that, fan that on there so that that setting spray really sets, and we are done. If you guys wanna see more videos from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the bell if you want to know when I upload a video. Thank you guys so much, and I am going to be doing a giveaway soon, so keep watching. Bye.